we're going to go into the Imperials, the basically typical Roman-esque characters in the Elder Scrolls lore. Now, having that said, they're basically, I believe, in my opinion, they are derived from Europe. Well, not derived. That's not a good word for that. They are influenced by Romans and Europeans in general. So you can see a lot of European type people in the imperial race. So I'm gonna kick it off. Let's start this off, as always, with the men. So basically, in this one, the hair doesn't look too bad. I like see the hair looks really good right here, and then it loses itself right about here and up here. Then it starts to look like a video game up here, and even right here on the sides. It looks really jagged. For some reason, it looks jagged and pixelated and like I don't know. It looks bad. But this, the roots coming out, that looks good. You know, and you got the hair that looks good right here. Typical man. Nothing really going on over there. Another typical. He has the pretty much the Maxim style hair. If anybody's seen Gladiator, he has that type of hair. That Maximus more. So if you guys want to make a character called Maximus from, you know, the movie Gladiator, go right ahead. But sorry, I don't think there's any spears in Skyrim. Although there are pole arms, and I didn't know what a pole arm was. People keep saying that it was pole arms in Skyrim. Didn't know nothing about pole arms. I had an idea what a pole arm was, like a halberd or something, but I didn't know exactly what a pole arm is. So the irony in all of that is pole arms are actually exactly what the name says. Pole, like a weapon, arms, with that's on a pole. Weapons that's on a pole. So it can be anything. It can be a spear. It can be an axe on the end of the pole. You can put pretty much any type of blade that you want to on the end of a pole, and that would be a pole arm. So there are possibly spears for your Maximus, Gluteus Maximus character. So we're gonna go into this guy right here. He has some 6 scars right here on his face. Now that looks like it could have been from a mountain lion. I'm not mountain lion, saber tooth. I mean, I hope there's mountain lions too. Actually, I'm a fan of creatures in the game. I want to have as much creatures as I can. To be honest with you, there's never too much creatures. So I would like to see a lot of diversity with that. But getting back on topic, he looks like he has those marks from a creature that scratched him on the face. He has some paint coming over here, some paint over his eyes, some paint going to the side. This character is actually a pretty good character model. Even though to me he actually looked kind of like a red guard to me. Just looking at this picture, I don't know. That's why some of these races are hard to distinguish. Now, for some reason, this guy looks like that guy from the movie Machete, and what's that other movie? From Dusk Till Dawn. That Spanish guy that was in those movies, and he's usually in Quentin Tarantino movies too. So yeah, I don't know, for some reason he looks like him. So yeah, like I said, Europeans, you'll see some Spanish looking Imperials, some Italian, almost anything you can think of. They can be Imperials, and I actually like that they did that. And this time around in Skyrim, notice this scar right here. But I like how they did that, and that adds a whole nother depth of diversity. Now you have men that looks like Italian to you. Another guy looks like a Scottish man to you. Well, the Scottish man would look like Nords, but you know, Europeans, French, the British people, you know, and even Americans, you know. I mean, some of them could look like Americans, which is actually a mixture of a lot of different backgrounds anyway. But this guy's another guy that looks like he's Spanish, you know, with the Spanish looking, uh, what is it called, mustache. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm a little off today. And the hair doesn't look the best in the world. The hair, I don't know. To me, it looks bad on this one. It looks pretty pixelated. I'm hoping that's just a picture. I'm hoping that's not in the game. Like the hair actually doesn't look like this. I doubt it because I don't even think in Oblivion the hair looked like that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was a good model. Here goes another older man. I believe in every screenshot they try to get an old man. You know, a couple of younger guys with different hair colors and complexions and all that. So, but this guy's an older man. You can see, you know, he has a lot of detail. He actually, to be honest with you, I can't really. Sometimes I can't really tell the difference between a red guard and Imperial for some reason. I mean, I guess it's the skin color, but feature wise, some of them look the same. Now this guy right here, he looks like, you know, an American, a typical American monk, you know, monk man, and it's really nothing special about it. Uh, for some reason, this eye looks a little different from this eye, like it's not perfectly aligned. I don't know. It may be just me, but that would be cool to see that also. That adds another layer of diversity. And go another guy. He looks like a typical biker with a biker esque mustache or whatever you guys want to call it. You guys get really technical at times. Like at the end of the day, it's just a video game. So don't really get mad at me. Bring your pitchforks and your fire and your sheeple. Nah, just playing. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but here's another guy. The last guy, he has the same Maximus hair. He actually looks like Maximus a little bit more because of this side beard going into this. So, having that said, those are the men of Skyrim, and I will get back to you with the women. One sec. Okay, so we got the women up right now. This woman right here, she actually looks really good. She actually looks distinguishable as opposed to the Nord and the Bretons, because those are the comparable races to the Imperials. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that she actually looks different from the other races. Her her cheek area is not too wide. It's actually pretty. It looks pretty American. I don't know. It looks like an average American woman to me. Doesn't really have. So I'm trying to see. Let me see the next one. I want to see if they all fall into that suit. This woman right here, she doesn't really look American. She looks, to me, she looks Native American. For some reason she looks. Maybe it's her skin color. Her eyes don't really look. Yeah, her eyes don't really look. They're about the same. But to me, it doesn't really look American. I don't know. I don't know. I just get the feeling that she's kind of Indian to me. Overall, pretty good. Pretty good. Here's another woman right here. She emo. First thing comes to mind. You guys don't get mad at me or nothing like that. That's not a bad thing. Everybody has their own thing going on, so it's really not a bad thing. But here you go right here. Eyeshadow, face paint, you know, scars over here. She actually looks pretty badass. I'm gonna tell you right now, she looks good. I like this one. Here's another woman. She looks pretty average. Nothing special about her. She's not the best looking woman in the world, but as I stated earlier, in another video that we don't really need every woman in the game to look good, unless you're a pervert. And this game is actually, let me not even go into detail with that. So, anyways, moving right along, we have this pale woman. You know, she looks pretty average. She looks like a woman that I can see in Macy's if I went to Macy's or something in the makeup department. uh, Here we go with another woman. She looks older, of course. Um, hmm. She looks. I don't know. I wouldn't say she looks 100% American. I mean, she looks American, but it's something. You know what it seems like to me with her is that they took a young face and they just added wrinkles on it. But the facial structure is not really older to me. The eyes are not really older to me. I don't know. I just got that feeling. Maybe I mean maybe it's just me and she just kept up with herself. I don't know. Here's another woman. She looks good. She looks like she's straight out of Lord of the Rings. Um, from Rohan or something like that. Yeah, I do know my Lord of the Rings. That's my movie right there. But she looks very typical. Nothing really special about her. She looks pretty good. You know, I like her hairstyle too. Here go another woman right here with the shorter hair. Um, I mean she's fine. She got the green eyes, the ginger hair. Very stereotypical, but that's the. Um, but I don't know. I mean, she looks. I don't really want to waste too much time. She looks regular, plain. And here's another woman right here with some scars. She looks rugged. She looks like she was born in the wild, born to be wild, basically. And I'm not talking about the song. So, yeah, she has a good look to her. She looks rugged. She looks like she can hold her own in the wild. She doesn't look all pretty and like she doesn't know what the heck she's doing in the wild. And here's the last woman right here. Um, she looks really average. I mean, nothing really special about her. You see, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I believe that all of the women had different lips as far as the look of the lips. See how hers is like really skinny and hers it's thicker and then has rounded or whatever. Then hers is really round. Actually, this girl right here, I believe she's a red guard too. I'm starting to think that Imperials have black people in their race. So if that's the case, what's distinguishing them apart? That's the real question. You guys answer me that for me. But I believe that's it. Yep, that's it for the Imperials. And I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out as always, so you guys can see the collection of Imperials together. So, catch you on the next video. I believe I'm doing a surprise.